971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP, St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.rambalisfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to one and all. My name is Andre Paul. Let's say good morning to the lovely ladies in studio. To my immediate left today, I have to say the beautiful Lady J. Lady J, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, listeners. Good morning. It's Friday.
The weekend is upon us. The weekend is upon us.
We made it through the week, Andre. We made it through
Certainly
the week.
did.
I made it through the week. Thank you, Kiki.
You're welcome. Good morning,
who
everyone.
has to be at
Let
my
me
side until I
officially-
get to learn, the system.
Yeah,
And
let's-
thank you, Andre.
Let's officially welcome the lovely Keena.
You had to think about
Yeah,
it?
because no, I have to interchange
I'm gonna
and
drink some
exchange.
water.
Interchange and exchange what?
So one day
Smile some
is
more.
for you, for beautiful. Next day is lovely.
Well, when you drink water, you can't say a word.
Well, I
That's why
already
you drink
did.
the water. Okay.
That's what Clitris Robin says. Drink water and mind my business.
That's
But I
right.
drank water and I smiled, right? Good
Yeah.
morning, Andre Paul. Good morning, Jan. Good morning to our listeners and our viewers on X, YouTube, Facebook, and most importantly, DBS Television. We love you guys so much. Mwah.
Yes.
And speaking about DBS, apparently Cynthia told you to give Andre a big hug for her, and you didn't. So I'm
Oh,
supposed
she
to,
forgot. I think
Yeah.
I
you forgot.
forgot the hug
I'm
part.
supposed
Yeah.
to pass this message on to you. So, hi,
Cynthia, I'm sorry. I couldn't even remember her name, remember? And Andre said,
Yes.
I know who she is.
Oh, that's who you were talking about,
Yes,
Cynthia
yes,
Spencer.
yes.
Okay,
I
Cynthia.
couldn't remember, so
All
I was
right.
telling
Well, you
him
did
and
give
so
the
on.
message, yeah.
But I didn't give the hug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that part.
What
Remember
happened was, so many things were happening in studio. So Cynthia, I'm so sorry. Andre, you want a hug?
Yeah,
Which one?
We'll work it out later.
We gotta-
We'll work it out later.
you wouldn't get all of the hug if he's sitting. So that's why.
So
my
let me
God.
ask you
Eh,
something.
eh.
Let me ask both of you something. If you like, as happened a while ago, right? And say I were to be always saying the beautiful Keena, and I call you the lovely Lady J, right? How would you take that? If I never made a point of it to ensure that I call you one day beautiful and Keena next day lovely, because I feel as though that word beautiful sounds a little more complimentary than the lovely. That's my little take. But let me ask you, as a ladies, do you all feel a way, like get jealous if you notice another lady's getting all the attention?
No,
You don't feel any way when that happens?
No.
How about you, Lady J?
no.
No, Andre, why? I mean, it's not like
Why
my
not?
husband is giving the attention.
Hmm.
So, no, I wouldn't.
No, I
Andre, I
wouldn't.
wouldn't. And lovely, beautiful, as far as I'm concerned, if somebody describes me as that person, I'll feel good.
Mhm.
So, even because, the individual don't have to. They can simply just say my name. So if they're going to add an adjective, an adverb, a verb, whatever, I'm appreciative of that. So thank you, Andre, for always thinking to describe us as beautiful and lovely.
Exactly.
And that's one thing he says every time.
Yeah,
on the
and
show,
I didn't
which is
want
so
you to
different.
think that I'm playing favorites and so on. So that's why I decided to interchange and exchange.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, you're sure?
We all
Okay,
good.
okay. So
We
let me
good.
let
We
me
good.
let me
We
rephrase
good.
it. Let me rephrase it now. Let me rephrase it.
Then
Let me
both
rephrase
of us are beautiful and the both of us
it. Let
are
me
lovely.
rephrase
How
it
about
now.
that?
Okay. So now, hubby meets Keena. All right? And you are there, and hubby says, "Oh, Keena, you're beautiful." How do you feel about that?
I don't feel anyhow about it.
Yeah, right.
I don't, Andre. I don't.
Who do you think you're fooling?
Did he know her before? Because
It
Andre,
doesn't-
I would.
Maybe
no,
he did. Maybe he didn't.
Andre, no, I
But
wouldn't.
right in your presence. Right in your presence.
No, I wouldn't. I
Okay,
wouldn't.
all right, okay.
Not at that
okay.
moment.
Let me
No,
accept. Okay,
no.
I accept that. So let's go to the lovely
I
Keena.
wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Who y'all think you're
No,
fooling?
because at
Andre,
the end of the day, who
it's an
is he
innocent
going home
thing,
to?
yes.
It's innocent. If the
Yes,
person is
innocent.
beautiful, why not say, hey,
So-
beautiful?
Andre, I say,
so my
you know,
girlfriend,
he's not really
my girlfriend,
flirtatious or
hold on,
anything of that
my
sort.
girlfriend is around me, and I introduce her to a guy who's maybe a friend of mine, and she says, "Oh my gosh, you're really handsome, you're a handsome guy."
Oh, well, if
If she says, oh my gosh, is
you're really
Okay,
handsome,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
different.
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
because
Well,
at
thanks.
that point, it's
Well,
like, whoa.
I'm with
okay,
you there.
something's
I'm with you there.
happening
Well,
there.
thanks for helping me. Thanks for helping me.
That's how you said it
rephrase
initially,
now.
though. So,
rephrase,
yeah.
rephrase.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So if the husband said,
She's beautiful.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
that's different.
My gosh, man, you look
No, but sometimes
stunning.
it actually happens. People get caught in the moment and something comes out. I think it's important that you know who your partner is. And that's the most important thing. Because if he says it in the moment and I realize, hey, she is really beautiful, that's the truth. There's nothing I can do about
First
it.
of all, if you have a friend, you would know if the friend is beautiful or
Exactly.
not. So if he says it, then
Yeah.
this would have probably been your first reaction when you met that friend. So it's okay. And Andre, like I said, I love a man who looks good when he's dressed, good shoes and so on. So, I mean, if I'm walking and I see a man looking good, especially if he's tall, I will, and I'm walking with him, I say, this guy looks good. I'm just saying it and we're moving on. I'm not stopping. I'm not going to the guy to say,
So you say that to the
in
hubby?
his presence, why
Yeah,
not?
really?
But
I've
he's
done
looking
it when
good.
I'm out and about and my partner is around and I see a beautiful woman and I'm like, wow,
That
she's
too?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
looks and he's like, yeah, that's true. Well, when I had one.
Now you have to Snow that. And Snow's S going, what? No, Andre, there's nothing wrong in that. And we must understand that. What I always say is that
So what-
we went to school and we did know. We went to school and obviously we have neighbors like you were talking
Yes.
about, right? So we can't stop our partners from speaking to the opposite sex. And our partners should never stop us or create an issue if we speak to the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Except
I
if-
agree with that. I agree. But it's the compliments and so on that, and sometimes we forget ourselves. Or maybe I've heard ladies saying they're in the vehicle with their boyfriends or husbands, and they're looking in the rearview mirror at this lady who passed, and and they don't like that. They feel they feel uncomfortable.
If
and
the
that sort of
person
thing.
is constantly doing it,
Right.
then there's a level of uncomfortability that will come with it. Because
yeah.
you really don't know. But again, if you met the person that way, then what's the issue?
Yeah.
When you say met the person that way, what do you mean?
Not all men do that. Some men are very, very discreet. They'll be looking and you wouldn't even be aware.
Exactly.
But if you met your partner always looking, glancing, sizing up and everything, and you
Issue
decided,
there.
well, you know what, I'm going to stay, then going for what's the problem? Because
But to be
you're
honest with
safe.
you, I don't think if I'm with my significant other that I will compliment another lady in her presence.
Well,
I don't.
what
I
do you
don't
mean by
feel-
compliment?
When
You
you
look
say
I
nice
give you an
and
example a
stop
while
right
ago.
there.
I give you an example
No,
a
but
while
Andre,
ago.
you went overboard a while ago by saying, "Ooh, you look." That's overboard. Just keep it simple. You look nice.
But there's some people who take offense to that. Just a simple
that
thing.
little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you need to
my.
stay away from these
you-
kind
you
of
look
No,
women.
nice.
not necessarily. Some people are very, very sensitive. So I think
Exactly.
that's what it is.
As you said a while ago,
So-
that you must know your
Yeah,
partner.
you must
Partner,
know.
Andre,
Yeah.
let me give you a little, like you and
A story?
Tony. Yeah, a short one. When I met my hubby at the time, boyfriend, and I hope he's not listening. But anyway, if he's listening, it's okay.
No way. you didn't.
I'm not saying anything negative. It's okay. He never liked, and up to the day of today, he has a thing for lipstick. He doesn't like it.
Oh, okay.
So as we're talking about, and Andre, I grew up with my mom always wearing lipstick. So I go walking and I have my lipstick. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I go walking and I have my lipstick. So you'll always find this. I may not have powder and whatever, but I must leave the house with my lipstick. That's just me from a teenage growing up. And so as we're talking about being with your partner, so I'm in town with him. We were in the car driving, and this girl passed. And this is what I'm seeing. Lipstick, nice hips, looking good, hair and thing. And Andre, he turns in the vehicle as we're driving, he turns and he looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I reminded him, I said, what were you looking at? Because the first thing I saw was her lips. And the lipstick. That's the first thing I saw. Yeah, so why did you turn back to look? I did.
I wasn't ready.
That's why I wanted to tell Andre, yes.
But so what's different about what I asked earlier? I don't understand. You said it's okay, but why
It
wouldn't
was
that be
okay for me, but I wanted to ask him why he doesn't like lipstick, but he's turning around because the
But
first
there
thing
were-
I saw on her.
Ask
There were
her.
other attributes. I mean,
Yeah, I know,
the
but I
hips
still want
and
to find out. Because the first thing I saw on her was the lipstick. That's why I kept looking.
Well, you
to be
saw
able to
lipstick. He might have seen something
'Cause,
else.
You know, the red lips and so on. Obviously, I can't remember who this person was because it was somebody I didn't know.
Boy.
But he looked back, which means she looked good.
Yeah.
So he looked back, right?
Mhm.
I was not upset because, I mean, it's a man. And if he didn't look at another woman, it would be for me, if I walk into a cocktail or any place with my husband and he don't look at a woman, I'll be worried.
If it doesn't look like a woman,
another woman,
you're
I'll be
kidding me.
worried.
You're kidding me.
Oh, yes.
I wouldn't do that. I
Just
if-
look,
as long
Andre, I didn't say
worried
look
as
at
lo-
if he's not looking.
Exactly.
And maybe there's a reason she might be worried too. Is he
No.
looking somewhere else?
Okay, all right. Children,
He has blood
children, right?
running through his veins.
Children.
Why can't he look?
But I mean, I've had many experiences, but say I'll talk about Nairobi, my last little
Okay.
girl. Okay, so Nairobi has this little cousin who she loves dearly. So I'd go and pick up after school her cousin as well as her, right? And they come in the vehicle. Now the little boy, he doesn't really have a dad in his life, right? So he tends now to come and want to kind of lean on me and cuddle me and this kind of thing.
Nice.
And Nairobi used to get real angry.
That's my daddy.
I don't blame
That's
her.
right. That's right.
That's my daddy.
That's my daddy. That's there. But she used to get angry at this thing and
Oh,
get on
my
his case, and she used to
word.
go and
I don't
sulking
blame
and
her,
everything.
Andre.
Oh.
So to me, it's just a normal, natural thing, and we have to be careful. You have to be careful not to.
No, but Andre, that's where you step in to be
Yeah.
able to clear her mind because she's
no,
gonna
I'm
grow up
talking
like
about
that.
you all. I
No,
live
no,
Nairobi
no,
already. I live
No,
Nairobi
Andre,
already.
no. I'm
But
fine.
because-
My
Janice is
dad.
making a really good point as a parent.
Yeah,
when
you
you
need to
see
step
that
in.
behavior starting off, you need to step in and reassure her as to why your daddy will always be there and this will happen. There'll be other people that's going to be all over daddy, but so and so, this is how you handle it going forward as you age and so on.
And
So-
daddy has love for
And daddy
everybody,
has love-
but daddy
yeah.
have more love for you. And then you give a nice hug and a kiss and everything else.
They don't care about those words, They care about your actions.
Exactly. So
And
that's
if your
when you give it
actions
to
are showing that you seem to be favoring,
Yeah.
right? So to me, jealousy is just a normal, natural thing. So when I hear you ladies, you lovely ladies saying, no problem, I'm a little
Jealousy
taken
is a
aback by
normal,
that.
natural thing, but you're also forgetting someone being
Anyway,
very confident.
anyway,
and comfortable.
Andre, let me Andre,
I shall withdraw.
let me just say one thing before we close
I
off.
shall withdraw.
Andre, I think
my
what you're
statement.
looking at is, for example, if he complimented the person and then you saw calls from that person, you happen to see this person calling, then I think we could be concerned. But there's nothing wrong in a man saying this woman looks good or a woman saying this person looks good. I'm talking about
in your presence.
nothing wrong in that. I ain't
with
seen nothing
it.
wrong in
Wow,
that. She looks
wow.
good. Why
No,
not?
she looks good.
All
If she
right,
looks
all
good and he
right, all
compliments
right.
her,
Folks,
there's
you hearing that?
nothing wrong with
You
it.
hearing that?
But again,
Don't
not
compliment
all
a
women
particular
are
part
the
of her
same,
body,
and
though.
they're
Don't do
exactly.
it, don't do it,
Anatomy.
don't do it.
Compliment her and
No,
just
but if she has
compliment.
a beautiful nose, then I don't see anything wrong with him.
So you want him to
So why
actually
the
be
nose?
point?
No,
Nah.
a beautiful nose, a beautiful eyes. What's wrong
No,
with that?
just
That's the
compliment.
truth.
So which part
It's a
now would you take
compliment.
offense to? Which part would you take
If
offense
you
to?
look at her boobs and be like, hey, no.
But it's a part of her body.
Ça pas normal, pa.
For me, don't compliment. Just speak in general.
Because you went from looking at the face and somehow your eyes landed somewhere else. So keep it to yourself, please.
Well, I don't want the compliments to the anatomy. Just speak in general.
that's a good one.
Andrew, as you're talking about it, and you spoke about Naomi and the little boy, I was watching a couple posted something about their son. He couldn't be more than 3, but age where he can make a complete sentence.
Right.
And they just had a twin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the little boy crying. And these are his words. So one for you and one for you. What about me? And long tears that they had to explain to him. There is sufficient love to go by. You should have seen that. That was so touching.
Mm-hmm.
Big crying for the little boy because they brought 2 children home.
Yeah,
And
because
what's
he
gonna
now
happen to me?
feels what's going to happen
Yeah,
to me. I'm
I'm
going to be
be an
forgotten.
outsider.
I'm going
Yeah.
to be an outsider.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
when you have a new baby and that child, attention, everything is focused
Yes,
on that child.
yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The
happens.
siblings sometimes don't
Yeah.
understand that. So to me, grown-ups are still the same thing, man. That's from my experience. Well, so you see me, I'll be very, very careful if I'm with my significant other not to compliment any other female in her presence.
But Andre, you're going to do
Whether-
it when she's not around.
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
not fair.
So
No, Andre.
when she
No, but it's his boundaries.
yeah,
The level of respect that he
yeah.
has for
I
his
give her that
partner.
respect.
So
For example,
he's
if I'm
giving her that
driving,
respect.
I wouldn't be checking my rearview mirror
I
and this
agree
kind
with
of
that
thing
part.
So-
in
I
her
agree with that.
presence. You know what I mean?
And
To me,
great,
that's
great.
disrespect.
But if it does happen, that's wonderful and admirable of you because most men don't do that. So whoever she is,
100%
you one
respect.
lucky lady, by the way.
But Andre, okay, so you won't compliment. Will you hug a friend?
Of
In
course,
her
that,
presence?
that for sure.
Yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
the difference? Because that's body touching and that's words. What's the
No,
difference?
no, it's just a little hug.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
it's just a little thing. Well, with me, it's a little thing. You know what I mean? It's okay.
It's
If
just a hug.
Keena hugs me, for example, right? It's just a little.
No, that's a worker.
I don't have any, thoughts of anything. I see Keena as almost like a sister.
No, I'm sticking to what you said about being out with your partner and your partner compliments the opposite sex. So I'm saying.
In my presence, I have a problem
Yeah.
with that. I have a problem.
So
with
I'm
that.
saying, when you're with her, and you're walking and you see a beautiful woman,
Mhm.
but she don't know that person, but that person is your friend and have been your friend for a while. Do you still hug that friend?
Of course,
And
definitely.
what does she say?
Well,
What did they say in the past?
I'm not at liberty to disclose.
I agree with you.
Okay,
I
it's a
agree
problem,
with
Andre.
you.
So it's a
Just
problem.
rest your case. Plead the fifth, okay?
He's pleading the fifth. So, I mean, no problem.
So you heard what she just said. What Lady J just said. There's a problem.
I don't have a problem with hugging either.
Oh,
With them
yeah,
hugging.
yeah. I don't have a problem with
There's
that at
nothing
all.
wrong. It's just a hug.
Yeah. Andrea, I'll give you another story because I like you and thing were giving stories. That again, it's about my hobby. He was a GM at Sanders Halcyon moons ago.
He was the one.
The general
GM.
manager.
Oh, okay.
General manager.
Right.
Yes. Oh, yes. Right.
So one
Nice gentleman.
Right. So I think it was a Monday at that point. There was cocktail, and at cocktail they tend to get the staff and the guests, together, and they play songs like the latest song. So if you're doing cent 5 cents, 10 cents, dollar, if you're doing any kind of reggae, they do the actual moves from the video, right? And somebody sent me a video of him dancing and enjoying himself with the staff. And I liked it. I started to laugh
Well,
at it.
yeah,
I
with-
thought it was fun.
yeah, with
I'm
the
like,
staff.
yay, get going, because it was a while I hadn't seen him enjoying himself. But 2 other people sent it to me and said, if I would tolerate that.
Wow.
So you see what
I
I'm
kind
saying?
of don't like when people get involved in other
So-
people's business.
No, but the thing is that you must see it from their perspective.
Yeah,
They wouldn't.
that's true
They
too.
wouldn't like it.
They wouldn't
So
like
they're
it.
thinking that you're not supposed to like it either.
That is a very important point that you made as well, because sometimes we do whatever is happening inward, we tend to project it outward,
Outward,
and think that
exactly.
that person feels the same way that we're feeling, and it's not necessarily the case.
Exactly.
Well, hey, I felt so good seeing him dancing. I was like, hey, I haven't seen that dancing for a while. I felt really good.
Oh my God! So before we go further, we
Yes,
have
sir.
some in-house matters, and after that, there's something that I want to do.
Beautiful. So let me take care of the in-house matters. I have a couple of shout-outs as well.
Me
So
too.
first off, the Tomaso Bread Place. Today, the menu: saffron rice, ground provisions, stir-fried chow mein, barbecue chicken wings, stewed pork, lentils, and tossed salad. Again, the menu for today at the Tomaso Bread Place: saffron rice, ground provisions, stir-fried chow mein, barbecue chicken wings, stewed pork, lentils, and tossed salad. And remember to try the wide variety of sea moss beverages, which include coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flax seeds and chia seeds. So check it out today at the Tomaso Bread Place. Now, let me do a couple of little shout-outs before we move on. My good partner, Julian, remember he gave us a little shout yesterday?
Yes, he did.
He lives in
Yesterday, the day
Antigua.
before.
Oh, it's the day before. Okay, he lives in Antigua, so he's celebrating his birthday today.
Happy
So I just want to say happy birthday, Julian. Have yourself a great day, my friend. I haven't seen him in a little while because he's kind of like emigrated.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know, I think I've said so already. Sometimes, you know, there are people who are not doing so great here or so well, and when they go overseas, I mean, they just
The
blossom.
respect is
They do.
different. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. So he's doing very, very well. Yeah. So it's a pity, Julian, it's a pity they don't have US dollars in Antigua. It's a pity. That's not the exchange.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I'd be fleecing you all a while. Yes.
What do you mean he could be getting paid in US? Antigua uses more US than we do.
Oh, really? Yeah, really?
Watch what you
Julian,
say.
is that true, my friend?
Sure, you never know. He could be getting paid in US.
Please send us a little shout out there. Let us know. Okay, so Julian, happy birthday to you. Also, happy birthday to Jolene Nerve of Texas. Jolene, a very, very good morning to you. You know her?
That's Joella's baby girl.
That's
She's celebrating her birthday today.
So you got that as well?
Yes, 16.
Yeah.
Birthday.
Imagine Jolene has a
Oh my gosh.
young daughter like that boy. 16-year-old
She's beautiful too.
Jolene Nerve, right? Okay, yeah, she has beautiful children. I met one of her daughters in Labrie. Yes, so beautiful children. So Jolene Nerve of Texas, celebrating her 16th birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Greetings from your loving mom, Joella Yard of Texas, your 3 loving sisters, Kashana of Labrie, baby G and Yasmin of Texas, your 4 nieces, Kiwana of Black Bay, Jelani Evelyn and Alana of Texas, and her one and only nephew, Joma of Labrie. So greetings from the entire Yard family of Texas and St. Lucia. And Joella says, I love her with a passion. My last child, my Poochie.
Yeah, my last child, my Poochie.
What does that
Happy
mean?
birthday,
What's
her little Poochie. It's her
what's the
her
little pet name?
Yeah. Little pet
Okay.
name, her
Now let me
Poochie.
ask you something. You see the same thing we were talking about a while ago. When mommy says, I love her with a passion, how are the siblings supposed to feel now? No big deal?
No big deal, but some would get in their feeling. It happens. But Jolene,
I don't know. There were 6 of us, and I knew as I was growing up that my mom liked my first sister. Well, I felt. I shouldn't say I knew. I felt that my mom liked my first sister more than any one of us, and she liked her last son, which was my brother, more than anybody else. But it didn't change anything.
Really?
No, it didn't. But I could tell she loved them.
Masabosa.
The last and the first.
Masabosa.
I don't
it
even,
didn't.
in my family, I don't even think I ever paid attention to it because my mom engaged with all of us.
Exactly.
And so on. So
And I think maybe she was very careful
and she was very
not
careful.
to show favorites and so on. Now, some parents do that.
And I think
that's
on
an-
the flip side, my siblings would say something else because I was always around my mom. When you saw my mom, you saw me. So they would say something else.
You're
and
the
they'd be
favorite.
like, "Oh, she was so
You're the favorite."
But for me, it's like, why? Now, when I was going with her everywhere, as a child, everywhere your mom is going, she's taking you. And along the way, she has to stop and you're there waiting and they're talking and talking.
Yeah.
And she goes again, she walks a little further, stops again.
You used to go for that?
Yeah, that's how it goes. My mom.
I used to go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
We went through the same
my
thing.
word.
Yeah, we all.
Sheesh. I hate to tell you. But anyways, Jolene, happy
16th birthday.
birthday. We love you from all of us here, right here on REV-UP St. Lucia, and the listeners as well. I'm sure they'll chime in as well to wish you happy 16th birthday and kisses.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Mwah.
I think you said you wanted to talk
You
about
did it already.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right.
You did it already.
Yeah, I thought it was one of your little stories that you
Oh,
normally
no.
I
have.
thought so too.
Snow
Okay.
is upset with me though.
What happened now?
I
Feed
took
him?
her walking this morning and she wanted to stay out longer. And I'm like, no, I need to get ready for work.
So how do you know she wants to stay out longer?
She's fussing.
Oh.
Yeah, she
pull
doesn't
us
want to
back.
go.
Like when you try to, let's go,
She
she
doesn't
pulls
wanna
back.
go, and she whimpers. And
Wow.
she looks at me like, I really don't want to go inside right now. Please, mommy. Yeah, so I took her in, and when we got in, she just looked at me like, and she walked away, and she just went into hiding.
You didn't record that one, did you?
No,
Went into
I
hiding.
didn't have. She's like, so I think I need to get her something when I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you going to get? A peanut brittle?
No, we're not eating that anymore in the house.
It's a toy.
Oh, okay.
Get her a toy, something that makes
She
a
has
whole
so
lot
many.
of noise. No, it doesn't matter. They welcome
She
that.
has so many.
You give them the bone.
She doesn't like the bone.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my dogs loved it. You walk through the
She
door and you
doesn't. She
give them
doesn't
that.
like
and
the
they love it.
bone. So I don't
Do
even
you
give a bone.
do you
stick.
think do you
Toy
think
The toy bone, anything to do with bone, she stays away.
do you think you can treat a guy in your life like that, the way you treat Snow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't know if he'll welcome it though, because it's a lot of love and
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, because I guess sometimes you can love a little too much. When I say, I don't mean you in
Yeah,
someone,
you
mean
in
touchy,
general.
touchy, yeah.
But he would
Yeah.
know, and you would know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
Although
know.
people change when you
People
live with
change
them.
when you live with
Mhm.
them, though.
Yeah. But do you think people can, give too much love
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
singer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we need to be careful with that sort of thing. Alrighty. So anything you want to mention before we move on?
Yes, Andrea, I want to say
sure.
hello and good morning to Irene. She's not feeling well.
Oh, okay,
She
Irene.
said she missed listening to us yesterday, but I think she's listening to us. She can't, she's got some swelling in the foot, so and she can't even move. So I did say to her, I was just texting her, I said, if you need me to take you to the hospital or the health center, just let me know. I'm off at 3:00. Anytime after that, I will come and get you. So Irene, I'm repeating, please, because I don't know if she has anybody else to take her.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm just saying I'm available.
She still lives at
happy.
Leclerc?
Yes.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
She's a former Carnival Queen, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Funny, I remember that show clearly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was beautiful. I mean, beautiful. I mean, she's a beautiful person.
Yeah.
But I remember at the time, watching her thing. And there's so many Carnival Queens who I see when I remember. Those recently, maybe the last
You
10
don't
years, I
remember
don't
them.
really remember them. But there's some, my gosh,
It
man.
made an impact.
Yeah,
Yes,
it really did.
yes.
Because
Back
you
in the
say,
day, that
wow,
was a
boy,
huge
wow.
thing.
Yeah, you say somebody can actually be so beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Digna
Yeah.
Santoma, Edel Alexander. These
Yeah.
are my friends. Lydia Lubin. Yes, I loved all of them.
What's Dax,
Still in touch
Dax
with them.
Noble's sister again? Was it?
Zoraida.
Zoraida. She was a Carnival Queen as well,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I
She was
remember
Carnival
all these
Queen,
ladies.
and the first runner-up was Mogul. That was my girl. I was her chaperone.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, beautiful ladies, man. Beautiful
And Eva
ladies.
Odlum. Eva Odlum
Oh,
passed away.
yeah.
Yes. That was
Eva
my
as
girl.
well.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. Eva had an accident, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Funny. Every time I pass by that location, I remember that incident.
It's amazing. I do too.
Every time I pass by that, I know exactly where it happened. I actually remember
Yeah.
that time. And I think of, like me when I'm driving, that somebody may just do that same foolishness. They were about to make a right turn, and the person overtook. Yeah, they were overtaking. And then, so at that point there, very little you can do. Yeah. Anyway, so these are some of our great ladies who have graced the stages of Carnival Queen. And Lady J,
Sophia
bravo to you.
Santoma,
Oh yes, that's
remember?
another one again.
And went on to do Miss World and came place 10th. I mean, we have to remember these really did a lot for tourism, and we still continuing. Yeah, we still continuing with that. I mean, there are girls who are still going for Miss Universe, even though we
Yes.
don't hear much about
Yeah,
them.
we don't hear much
Yeah.
about them. It was
Yeah.
a big thing. It was bigger back in the day. I remember when I stayed up to watch my sister.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
Oh, your other sister was
I need a snack. She won in Sifra and she won in Castries again.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
year was that? I remember that
1996.
was a snack person, but
Anita.
1996.
oh,
my
I
sister.
probably was. Maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
on the
Wow.
And she won in Sifra, came back, did the nationals, and won again.
So where is she right now?
She's in Qatar.
Nice.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow. So she married now and everything?
No.
Oh, I thought she got a shake.
No, she's working.
Yeah. A rich chick in Qatar.
No, she's in Qatar.
Okay, all right, very well. Nice little stories. I was so moved when I read the story this morning about protesters gathering yesterday in Castries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. On Tuesday. Sorry. To protest what's happening there with Venezuela,
Venezuela.
and the U.S. behavior and so on. And the ambassador to St. Lucia, Venezuela's ambassador to St. Lucia, Leaf Escalona, she was urging the attendees. That's something that's so important, right? To view international reporting, she says, with caution. Yeah, because she says there's certain narratives have been out there for a while, like Maduro is a bad man, his predecessor was a bad man. That's what we were made to believe. Saddam Hussein, all these people, all these fellas, was the one again, Gaddafi. They were made out to be the villains of the 20th century, right? And into the 21st century as well. And when you get to know these people, you really, you read about them, you say, but how come
so much for the
they were
people of their
saying
countries.
all these negative things about these individuals, and these guys did a lot of, I'm not saying they didn't have their issues, don't misunderstand
They
me.
did have their issues.
Yeah, because nobody's perfect. We have to remember that, because sometimes as a leader, you have to take some tough decisions.
Yeah.
But the way they frame these stories against these, you think these fellas were scum. But no, in a lot of instances, the people really love them. And on even other instances where they kept the country sane. Yeah, because they have these outside forces, and you need like a strong man
Yes.
to deal with these individuals. Once you see these fellas are out of the way, then these other bad boys, these competing sides take over. And a lot of problems in those countries. So that's what she was saying. In other words, you've heard all these stories, but be careful with what you're
taking the narratives that
yeah,
are
that's right.
being thrown at you.
And a veteran journalist, El Busque, he weighed in and he was saying that in times gone by, you'd have a president who probably kind of give you a warning kind of thing, right? They'll tell you, you go this far, and they may not have been serious. They were just saying that to kind of scare you into doing the right thing. But he says now there's a president there that ain't joking.
He acts. Whatever he says, he acts on it.
Yeah, he does.
And what El Busque said is right.
It's right. It's true.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah, that once you see he says something, he just does it. And I was saying this morning,
Reckless.
I wanted to talk
Andre,
about
very
him.
reckless.
Yeah, okay, I wanted to talk about him a little because he was doing an interview with the New York Times. I want to talk about him a little, and then I want to read a story from the Bible. You like stories, right?
Yeah.
We didn't hear what the
Especially
story that
how
he narrates it.
you narrate it.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a story from the Bible in just a little while. I won't read the entire thing, right? But I'll give you the story there to tie into where we're going right now with this thing. Donald Trump was doing an interview with the New York Times, right? And they asked him if whether international law plays a role in his presidency. In other words, do you care about international law, what the law says, how far you can and cannot go? And his response was, he says, the only thing, right, that can hold him back, he says, is my own morality. Okay? Let me quote him. He says, yeah, there is one thing. He says, my own morality, my own mind. It is the only thing that can stop me.
He gave the answer.
Yeah, that says
everything.
Okay? So there's no one, whether it's Netanyahu, whether it's wife, whether it's children, it doesn't matter.
He gave the
I
answer.
do what I want to do. And if my mind tells me to do it, I do it. If my mind tells me don't do it, then I don't do it. Huh? Okay. So before I read a little story there, let me ask you all, do you all have a moral compass? Something that you live by. This is the thing that guides you and tells you how you ought to live your life, right? And if you stray away from that compass, that moral compass, that it bothers you.
Yeah.
You feel some kind of
conviction
as a little voice in your head telling you stop, don't do this sort of thing, right? So what would you say is your moral compass? Is it something maybe passed on from your mom, your dad, right? A teacher, or is it just like Donald Trump, that you live your life how you feel? What's it for you?
I think do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. For me, if I think, and we should
the golden
also,
rule.
Yes, the golden rule. And I also think we should, because of that, I think we should always tell ourselves, would you have liked this done to you? We should speak to ourselves. And it's quite obvious that Trump never takes time to think. He acts before he thinks. it's unfortunate.
You think he acts before he thinks?
Yes.
Think so?
I don't think he acts before he
I don't think so. I think he
he's
thinks.
thinking?
He thinks. Yeah.
Obviously, but
Yeah.
based on everything that Andre just said,
I can't believe
that's
this man
just
He thinks
how
about
he
it,
is.
yeah.
He thinks about it.
And if his mind
if
tells
his
him that.
mind tells him this is what I want
But
to
that's
do,
what I'm saying.
he
It's
acts on it.
negative. His positive comes out to be negative. So he's not thinking logically about what he's doing.
That's in your estimation, because maybe you have a different moral compass. Right? But
Okay,
in
if
his,
you look at it like
in
that,
his
then-
mind,
In his mind, he does what he wants. But
Yeah.
If you
based
look at it
on-
like that, yes.
I live by the Bible, and I've always said this before, right on this show, and to my friends and anybody who knows me. The Bible is our book of life, and we should not put it on a side. And the Bible clearly says, "Do unto others as you'd like done unto you," and that's very, very important. And it says a lot. It's very, very broad. And you always have to put yourself in the situation of that person.
Exactly.
If it were me, how would I feel about it? If it were a family member of mine, how would I feel about someone doing that? So for me, that's what it is. And I'm very, very mindful. And what you do, it always comes back. Whatever negative you put out there, at some point in time, it always comes back. And though some people may say, well, you know what, I haven't been a negative person. I didn't do that anything to anyone. Why are negatives happening to me? Sometimes the energies as well, how you feel about yourself, what you take in says a lot. You have to kind of rechannel that and think positively. I spoke about that just recently, and science is now proving it, Andre, that what you think on a daily basis, if you constantly rather in that negative space every single day you wake, you think something bad is going to happen, you think bad of someone else, you're always in that negative space, what you're doing is pretty much putting yourself in a position where you constantly stress, and it's going to spike your cortisol levels and then cause other things like stroke, heart attacks, because you're always in that space. You're not giving yourself breathing room for anything positive in your life. And I think Trump is in that space. He's always been in that space. Like, this is what I want to do. I just want what I want to make myself feel good.
But can you imagine a world where everybody's doing what they think? Right?
That
Is the
would
right
be
thing?
a
Like
chaotic
what
world.
Trump is saying there? I do what my mind tells me to do. And that's the only thing that can stop me. My mind has to tell me that. If my mind doesn't tell me, then I just go right ahead with
That's
it.
chaos right there.
Right, exactly.
Chaos.
Chaos right there. Now, I wanted to read a little story from, I honestly, they hardly,
Let's go. Waiting.
the preachers hardly talk about the book of Judges. That you swear that book has just got collecting dust. The book of Judges, there's 66 books in that Bible, and they just mainly stick to the New Testament basically. But a lot of great stories at the back there. I'm going to read some stuff there to you that happened during the time of the Judges. And the book of Judges says something, right? A number of times in that book, it says there was no king, right, in Israel. Every man did what was right in his own sight. That's exactly what we're talking about. There was no king. In other words, there was no government. There was nobody.
No leader.
No real leader who was there leading the people in such a way that if they formed a fool, you say, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that, and to keep you in check. So there was no king in Israel at that time. So the people, everybody just did what they wanted to do. So I just want to read you something that happened, and it was really, really bad, to be honest with you. Okay, so it goes like this. There was a Levite, who lived in a remote area in the hill country of Ephraim. He took a concubine from Bethlehem in Judah, but she was unfaithful to him. So she left him and went back to her parents' home in Bethlehem, Judah. After she had been there for 4 months, her husband went to her to persuade her to come back. He had with him his servant and 2 donkeys. She took him into her parents' home, and when her father saw him, he gladly welcomed him. Welcome, right? And guess what? The father encouraged the man to stay in the house for the night, to sleep there and this sort of thing, right? And basically encouraging, this is his concubine, that's not his wife. So he's encouraging the man to sleep in the house, right? Doing things that they think is right. While they were enjoying themselves, they were having a little party and stuff, some of the wicked men in the city surrounded the house. Pounding on the door, they shouted to the old man who owned the house, "Bring out the man who came to your house so we can have sex with him." Now listen to the response of the owner of the house. he does something really crazy. The owner of the house went outside and said to them, "No, my friends, don't do this vile thing. Since this man is my guest, don't do this outrageous thing. Look, Hedad, here is my virgin daughter." So he has a daughter in the house. And his concubine. So he has his daughter and he has the concubine, right? Which is his, I guess, his other child, right? "I will bring them out to you now, and you can do to them whatever you wish." He's protecting the man that the guys want. They want to have sex with the man. But he brings out his two daughters, right? And one is a virgin, and the other one is his other daughter that's friendly to this guy. And he says, "I'll bring those girls out to you instead of you having sex with this man." So in his mind, remember, you're doing what you think is right in your mind. It's right to give the girls, but wrong to give the guy. So he says there, "But as for this man, do not do such an outrageous thing." But the men would not listen to him. So the man took his concubine and sent her outside to them. That's her husband or the boyfriend or whatever. He sent her outside to them. Imagine that. Coward. So the men took his concubine, and they raped her and abused her throughout the night. And at dawn, they let her go. At daybreak, the woman went back to the house where her master was staying, fell down at the door, and lay there until daylight. When the master got up in the morning and opened the door of the house and stepped outside to continue on his way, there lay his concubine, fallen in the doorway of the house with her hands on the threshold. He said to her, "Get up." See his attitude? Get up.
What he did was not wrong there. He didn't see.
Yeah, so get up. He forgot that they took the lady, that's his girlfriend, took the lady, raped her all night, and she's there needing help. And he says to her, "Get up, let's go." But there was no answer. Then the man put her on his donkey and set out for his home. When he reached home, he took a knife and cut her up in pieces, limb by limb, into 12 parts, and sent them into all areas of Israel. Everyone who saw it was saying to one another, "Such a thing has never happened before, not since the day the Israelites came out of Egypt." Blah, 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 right? So I was just juxtaposing that against Donald Trump's thinking. It's my mind. What my mind tells me is right, right? That's what I do. So you see what happened there back then, where people are just doing what they think is right.
That is shocking.
That's toxic.
And it's just listening to that story is very painful. Just listening to it, and he did exactly what he wanted to do, what he thought was
the right thing.
The right thing, but it wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he killed her.
Well, the fellas killed her.
He caused the fellas to kill her.
Yeah, he put her out. He actually put her out.
That
and the father saying, "Don't
Touch.
have sex with this man. Take my two daughters instead. One is a virgin."
That's painful.
So they didn't want the girls. So the cowards pushed the woman outside. At that point,
That's painful.
so they grabbed her and then they raped her and etc. all night. And it says men. I don't know how many were there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, one war ended up as a result of it. I just didn't go read the entire story.
That right there. And I say he killed her because he was the one who made the decision. So technically, he killed her.
So it ends
He
back.
was
put
the
her
cause,
out
but
there.
he didn't kill her.
No, I know what I'm saying. So yeah, he put her out there, knowing this is what I want to do. But when you put her out there basically for vultures. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're gonna take from her everything that she has. So she pretty much died a slow death because of him.
Also, do you think he loved her?
No.
No, he didn't love her.
Oh no.
He didn't love her.
No.
She was unfaithful to him.
No.
She was unfaithful to him. He went because he missed her. I guess he missed her, or maybe he just wanted to be in control. He went back looking for her. All right. And I guess she kind of took him back at that point in time. But he didn't really love her because he saw the lady, right? She was in a mess. And he said to her, "Get up." He didn't go show any compassion or anything like that. "Get up. Let's go."
So it goes back to the same thing we're saying, because she affected him and she hurt him, embarrassed him, and he wanted the same thing done to her.
Mm-hmm.
So we come back to the
Interesting.
same thing. Yeah.
So that thing about Trump saying his own mind tell him. That's a dangerous, dangerous place to be, you know, I can tell you that. So it's what you think, how you feel. And again, the Bible ended that story by saying, in those days, there was no king. Every man did what was right in his own sight.
But now that you say this, Andre, my own mind tell me, his own mind tells him. And you act on it. Only people with mental illnesses do such. But anyways.
Exactly. So there's a in Guyana, they starting a program in schools. Two things. They want to teach morals, right? And also they want to work on the issue of bullying in schools. So they said that the education minister was speaking and saying moral education should be the foundation upon which we become better human beings as we grow. Right? Explaining the importance of intervention, saying that they will make acts of kindness and goodwill a habit that is very difficult to break. Now, you know, for a lot of people right now, being kind and those kinds of things, you consider a softy, you know. Yeah. You're a softy.
Out the window. We've lost everything that we were taught. And we need to go to the backbone of everything that we were taught.
My grandmother didn't tell us or teach us what's right. But I know she set an example, right? Because we're around her, we saw the way she behaved. And, for example, if she cooked food, she would leave extra food just in case somebody were to come by and that she could share the food with that person. My grandmother had a tradition of leaving food for her neighbor's dog for years. And let me say, since she died, I've continued that tradition. Yeah, with the same neighbor.
That's great.
Same neighbor. And that same neighbor had a good relationship with me and also Tony. You know when I told the neighbor that Tony had died? Because she didn't know. She's a lady, very, very quiet to herself and so on. I told her, you know, I said, come to me, let me tell you something. That was the following morning. I said, you know, Tony died, you know. She said, who? My friend? My friend Tony? Oh my God, I cannot take those things. And she started crying immediately, right? So the relationship has been, but that started with my grandmother.
Right.
So we just continued being friends with the lady, you know. Simple. So even if she didn't say to us, do this or do that, we saw the example that she set. Yeah.
And Andre, because you have love in your heart, because not everybody would follow through, but you have love in your heart, so you carried on. You know what she was doing, and what she did was something good. Because not everybody, as we say, like animals. So in as much as you would have liked to help, you may not want to give food to an animal. You know.
Yeah. So we should really, really be careful. Who we spend time around, because we could.
I always say, positive people.
Yeah,
Stick around, stay around.
Because if you look at
people
Donald
you
Trump's
learn positive things from.
Sorry about that. His entourage, same rhetoric.
They have the same rights.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can't multiply in and no shame in that. You don't feel anyway. Have you been following this thing there with the ICE people and shooting this woman in her face and so on? Have you followed and to hear J.D. Vance blaming the woman for that, you know? Trump blaming the woman, saying that the guy...
If it falls on your doorstep, would he have liked it if it was his partner?
And that's what we're saying.
He would have been marching.
So I think it's a good thing that the guy...
But Andre, I still don't understand why he had to shoot so high in the vehicle. You have the tires. If you want to stop the woman, why not shoot at the tires? Right?
Exactly.
That's
if
the
you
best
have to.
thing to do,
so
but just don't shoot at all because you never know.
Let her go. Let her go.
Yes.
I understand that part, but I mean, they were going after their guns. I'm saying if you're going after, if you want to shoot, why not? Because they are not trained to shoot in the head. They are not.
Of course, they're trained to shoot in the head.
No, I mean
that's exactly how they train them.
No, Andre, I'm saying for things like that, they're not trained to shoot in the head. They're trained to shoot the tire so that the car can stop. No, they're not trained to shoot in the head.
You mean the protocols as to how they respond? You sure that?
Yes. Andre,
I've never seen a police officer shoot a tire. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I've never seen that, to be honest with you.
You can't shoot up, because if you shoot up, just like what he did, it's in the head, it's going to be.
But that's the training.
High.
That's the training that they get.
No, they don't. Unless the rules have changed.
And also remember, these are not... are they police officers?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. It's a little confusing.
It should not have happened.
Very sad.
I saw them
very
pepper
sad.
pepper spraying
Just
people.
dropped it. Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
them pepper spraying people. And you know if that
that-
kind of thing happens in Cuba, you know what America's going to say? If that happens in Venezuela, you know this, if it happens in Iran, you know what they say?
They'll be all up on
All
that.
over them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening right there. I thought some of the guys
Happening
that
right there.
pepper spraying people and so on. The man, and you know, I found out this morning that the lady has a child.
Yeah. She just
Yeah.
dropped.
And-
She
She
just
has a
dropped the
child.
child.
Yes, and
Or
the
just
child's
picked up or
father
something.
died some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now the child is an orphan.
Possibly because we don't know if there's any
And
other
what do you
family.
think is going to happen to that ICE officer? Nothing.
That's a good question.
That's the next.
I
He and
think,
those
let me
around
tell you,
him.
with all the demonstrations that are going to take place, let me tell you, Americans are upset about that. The people are upset,
They
they're
have a
angry.
right
Okay?
to be.
I don't think they're going to let that go at all, at all,
No,
at all.
They have a right to be.
They're going to have to
But Andre,
charge
I
this
still
guy.
don't know the story. What was the reason why she was stopped? I mean, I saw that.
You know,
but
the
I
ICE, they were protesting their presence. There was like, I won't say a demonstration. They don't like it when these guys are around. So
Right.
people were kind of protesting and placards and things like that. And then she was driving her vehicle at that time there when they were, I think the
So
guy.
was she part of the protest?
I don't think
'Cause
so.
they didn't
That's
say
why
I
she
don't think.
was.
I don't think
they
she
didn't
was.
say she
I only saw the clip of when
Yeah.
she was
But-
starting to drive off.
But something happened that would have caused them to ask her to stop because they asked her to stop. Now again, when she drove off, to be honest with you, I mean, she shouldn't have done that.
She shouldn't.
Yeah,
No.
we have to say that it was unwise on her part
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, you don't go shooting the person.
And not only that, more than one bullet.
Yeah, three. I
Yeah.
think three.
Some people
Yeah, she
drive
got one
off
in the
out
leg,
of
one in the head.
fear, not that they want to. You never know what
Yeah.
space that person is
At that time.
in that time. It's like, oh my God, I'm being stopped. Oh my God, what should I do? And she maybe just drove off, not thinking.
And it's the lies coming
Tried to
from
drive
that
off.
president
Yeah.
that the officer was taken to a hospital. He was in a serious
never.
condition.
We
all
saw
kind-
him
I
slow
see-
motion.
Yeah, he was walking. He was
Yeah,
right there.
He was not even in the front of her vehicle. He was on the side.
He
And
was
the
on
vice-
the side of the vehicle.
And the vice president has
video I
the
saw.
gall to say to the reporters, "You ought to be ashamed of yourselves."
But there are different angles, camera angles, and all point that they were in the wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, she drove off, but
She was wrong
Really?
to.
She was
That's
wrong
the
to-
only thing she did wrong.
Yeah.
The police stopped.
Because they
her
asked you to
driving
stop.
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
she just stopped. You have
But
to
other
respect
than
the
that,
rule of
she
law.
didn't. No one was in front of her vehicle.
No.
No, that's
Including
no
that
one
fellow
in
that
front
shot
of
her.
They were to the back, and that
Yeah.
one was right to the side.
Yeah.
She didn't pose any
Passenger.
threat to them.
No.
What the guy should have done? Just step aside, allow the lady to do her thing. They'll catch her. They'll catch her later. Yeah, because people
Unless
they
in
knew
their
her.
mind it's like she's driving away. What if she hits an oncoming vehicle or someone lower
She wasn't
down?
speeding.
But still,
But look at what she did when she
what
crashed.
yeah.
So, it made it
Come
worse.
on.
They showed pictures of
shouldn't
the
have-
inside of the vehicle. I think I saw little dolls and so on in the
Oh.
vehicle. Don't pose no
Yeah.
threat to anybody.
She-
My
They
gosh,
were not
man.
thinking, clearly.
But as I said, the thing that's really disturbing is the reaction from Trump, and that's what we were saying a while ago. We have to be, and you said it, Janice. We have to choose our friends carefully.
Be
And
mindful.
as leaders as well, Trump is not as a leader. He's not choosing his words wisely. He just opens his
Yeah.
mouth and says whatever comes out.
Well,
He's very
as he
harsh
says, whatever
and
is in
brutal.
his mind. So I think it's a good thing that they're going to be making an effort to teach morals and ethics in
Yeah,
school,
I think
and
so.
also this issue of bullying.
It's
Right?
it's a big thing,
And it's a
around the
problem.
world, you know.
And but look at the U.S. president. He's a
Yes,
bully.
He's a bully.
It's a fact. He's a bully. But I can tell you something. I mean, I had bullies in my
You
time.
can't train a grown horse or a grown dog.
That's true.
I mean, forget
Did-
him.
Did you all have bullies in your lives when you were
Yeah.
growing up? Yeah.
I think we all have.
So because I know for sure in my situation, the bullies who I knew, unless of course eventually they changed, because some of them changed after a while, they didn't do very well in life.
No, they
No.
don't. Most
Usually,
of them
yeah.
don't.
Except if someone steps in their life before.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I know some of them who changed. Yeah. Some of the fellas were so afraid of the they were so afraid
Who
of the fellas.
wouldn't be?
We're so afraid of the fellas that the bullies, right? That if, say, for example, we're in the seawater, normally they'll come and they will give you what they call a duck, right? They will take you out
Oh
and
my
put your head underneath the
gosh,
water.
I was so terrified.
And you're
of
terrified because you figure you're going to you'll drown.
Yeah.
So imagine, from the time we see the fellas coming, we voluntarily ducking ourselves.
But Andre, you
It's
must
going to-
no,
it's
but you
going
must
to
come back up
happen.
again. What if
No,
they
it's
come? They
going
still
to
do it.
happen
I thought Andrew was going to say they were running out of the ocean.
No, what I did when I
take
was
off.
younger, I would voluntarily duck and swim away and try to go somewhere else.
Okay,
That's what I
yeah.
would have done. Because you ain't going to catch me. Ain't no way. No, because I knew what was coming.
What's
And
this
it's not a cool
Andrew, were you
thing.
one of those guys?
No,
that?
it's
A
not a
bully?
cool thing.
Were you one of those guys?
A bully?
No. That would dive under the water. Were
To
they
do what?
bullying you? Were you one of those guys?
No, I mean, as I said, what I would do, I mean, we know the guy is going to come to dock
you
us.
were
We
one
know
of
that.
those, okay,
so
who would-
we volunteer.
Yeah, so you were
We
one.
volunteer to take the dock.
No, when I was growing up, it was happening. But it's not a thing of bullying in my time. It was just fun, but it was very dangerous too.
Yeah.
So you ducked and you come up and they pull you back down again. So because I knew what was happening and I went through it because it was being done to me, I'm the shorty anyway.
And in those days, you're a
So
lot shorter.
I figured out, oh yes, and tiny too. So I figured out what to do. So anytime I
So
couldn't
you're not
really
getting
swim.
me. I'll do it myself.
I couldn't really swim, and let me tell you, just
You
going
swam by
under,
force.
and I swam against, and I'm like, when I look up again, they ain't there, I'm going. Look, put it home time.
Oh yes.
You ain't gonna get. When I get home, my mom was be like, "What's up?" I'm like, they were ducking everyone there, and she's like, "Okay, you're home now."
Yeah. No, I didn't go through things like that.
No, I did.
But I think because of the name that I had, the barrow,
Oh,
the
you're a
wheelbarrow.
police officer?
Well,
Because your
not
father was
from
a police
that.
officer,
Yeah, I
right?
got teased for those things, but not bullied. I wouldn't call it bullied for that.
No, I'm saying maybe people are reluctant because
Oh,
they know
that
your
you mean?
dad was
Maybe,
a police
yes.
officer.
Maybe,
Maybe.
yeah, probably. But because of the name barrow, wheel and barrow, I got a
Teased.
lot. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wheelbarrow. They put in cement in you and that. Little nonsense like that as a kid. You know?
But let's be honest. You felt bad, right, at the time?
I think, yeah, but you know,
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a very strong dad. So once you remember what was said to you and you brought it home, Daddy would break that down for you and make you feel like the strongest person ever. I have to admit. You know, my mom would be the one that would be emotional about it and so on, but Daddy was the really strong individual. Yeah. And the thing is, if you teased me when I walked in town, and if I drove with my dad and I pointed, Andre, tease me. Andre, he just have to give you one look as we're driving. The next time I'm passing you, you'd be telling me, good morning. Seriously. So I was okay. I was okay.
Yeah.
I
But you,
wasn't really teased when I was younger. The only thing that I remember saying to you guys is that my mom, they call her Shirley. So you know, around that time, Shirley biscuit.
Yes.
I want a
Yeah.
packet of biscuits.
so
Yeah.
I
she
hated
was.
Shirley biscuit. Let me tell
So-
you.
I love Shirley
So-
biscuits.
No,
so
because they were saying they were teasing.
So,
Yeah, I love it.
your mom was the agent?
Probably.
Oh my God, Shirley biscuit. And when they
Yeah.
found out what my middle name was, oh
And
my
what's that?
word. Makaidi.
I agree.
Andre, tell us.
Makaidi.
Because I have a middle name.
Okay, listeners,
I have
I'll
a
find
middle
out
name.
after shift, after this.
I have a middle name. They used to tease me a lot about that. Oh my God. I don't talk
Really?
about, I don't mention that name anymore. In fact, I removed that. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, I
Wait, you
that from
moved
my
it,
thing.
meaning you went through a lawyer?
Yeah, I went to
Okay, so
yeah,
it's
my
out.
TSR.
On my ID now, I actually went back and I told them to remove it. Just put G.
You can do that. I just had to go through a lawyer in order to get that done.
I didn't want it. It's like too much. No.
No, but how you could tell them to just put a G on your ID?
Listen.
No,
Yes,
I
yeah.
have two middle names.
Oh, so
I kept one and just
okay,
put G for the
got
other
you.
one. But because sometimes even when I go somewhere and you hear them and they say
use the middle name,
they get
yeah.
and they go. By the time they get to the G one, I'm like, Lord, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
was that given to you by your mom or your godmother?
The priest.
In those days, the priest was
The
giving
priest,
the
I
name?
think, yeah, I think
Yeah,
if you're
the
born in a
priest.
certain month, there's some names that's how it was.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I was
that's how
born
I
on
got
Saint
mine.
Day
And
or
it says
something.
it says a saint's name. I myself, I can't believe how a saint could have that name I had.
Yeah, me too.
In my mind, that's a Lapo name.
And
Anyway.
then you have beautiful names like Nicole as a middle name or so on. I'm thinking, why couldn't the priest? I mean, like, think of something else. That's what you're going to give me?
Yes.
Of all things?
I guess they didn't.
You heard it. Andre said it's from the Bible.
Yeah.
So they don't know it's terrible.
No, not from the Bible.
Where he got it?
I think
The
I
priest.
don't know
like
where they
there's
got
like
it
this saints that they for the month of the year, the different
Yeah.
months. There's saints that maybe
that month.
in that particular
On
month.
that particular
Okay,
day
Right.
as well.
So if
Yeah.
you're born at that time,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get that name. Yeah, I don't think the godparents had a say in it per se, I don't
The
think so.
godparents, some of them, because my godmom and my goddad, yeah, I have two names and one of them named me.
But let me ask you, do you think the bullies target you because they think as though you won't really amount to anything much, like you're looking lapo? You know, maybe that's what it is.
Nah.
Because I know for sure in my case, I think that's exactly what it was.
You think?
Yeah, but
You won't amount to anything?
listen, I was looking
Some
so
kids are
I was
just
looking
mean.
so lapo. I was looking so lapo. I saw some of the old pictures, right? That a man came to my house one day, and I had a man telling my grandmother, "What you boy, sir?
I remember you said so.
The man said that I heard the man tell to my grandmother, "What you boy, sir? You boy cafe makume."
How did you feel?
I didn't know what makume was, to be honest with
Okay.
you.
No, but every time Andre says that, there's this song, and you see somebody
Yeah,
dancing. You say,
Makume.
"Oh, Makume."
And you
But
feel
do
that,
it here.
Andre?
No. Every time I hear a word, that just comes back
Yeah.
because I see someone dancing on
Yeah,
thingy. Like,
I think they
not him,
they
no,
look
no,
at
no.
you, they look at you, and they figure you looking lapo and that kind of thing, you easy pickings and this sort of
Well,
thing.
you proved them wrong.
because
well,
as
him
you,
wrong.
right,
Most
exactly.
definitely.
Because you said a while ago you were kind of tiny back then, so all these little things come into play.
Yeah.
They read you, they can see as though
And
you're
some
not
of
you're
the
not
bullies,
strong.
they're a lot taller and bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
went through it, you remember the guys would come, and if you have, that's why in a way I don't really wear watches, because I got a lot of my watches stolen.
Oh.
It's the same bullies. Just
really?
grab.
you serious?
So things like that I
Oh.
went through, but to say other than the wheelbarrow and that sort of thing, no, I didn't go through.
I
any
didn't
of
go
that.
through the
But
other aspects of
my
people
watches.
hitting me and taking my food and so on. No, I didn't deal with that. No.
Yeah. But
I think my
anyway,
daughter went through that about taking her food or things like that because she would come home. Yeah.
but you know what I like? As you Keena just pointed out, and we'll end there. The way, like, it seems as though the receivers, right, those who are on the receiving end of the bullying, most times seem to do a lot, like, well, for some strange reason. I don't know if it's God, I don't know what it is, but this thing just has a way of turning around. And you look at the bullies, because a lot of them are still around, and you say to yourself, but how could that have ever happened that Monsieur was a bully? I was bullying me, and I was afraid of that man. You look at them, because you see them, you
that's
see
what
them,
See them
Yeah.
still.
and you
In the
say to yourself,
condition.
the condition the fellas are in, you say, what? I mean,
Can't believe it.
But at that
What
point,
happened?
Andre, remember then they had power. And
They don't
obviously
belong
something
there.
went wrong in that space of time. And then they have no power now. They have issues, they have problems, who's smoking, who this, who that, who the other, So
let me read a nice little story for you all before we end, right? A woman who was bullied at school for being gay has said that she achieved her dream after being crowned Miss England. Okay? She's gay. She's gay. Grace Richardson said she suffered constant teasing due to her sexuality at school. The musical theater student said she was proud to have ignored the negativity going in to win the Miss England prize after entering the competition for only the second time. She's now the first openly gay Miss England after being crowned at an event on Friday when that happened, right? Miss Richardson, age 20, said she was bullied horrendously while at school. She said, I was 15 years old when I came out. It was just after COVID, and my peers at school just really were not very nice to me, which definitely took a bit of toll on my mental health. I used to get picked on for countless things, being too skinny, being really short, and then becoming really tall. Yeah, she said, it's almost like everything I did was wrong.
Oh
So it's
my.
nice being able to stand up now and say, look at me.
Look at me.
Figure
I
out that's
love
what she would
that.
say. Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it, love
figured
it.
out
love
that's
it.
what the
she
end would be.
definitely proved them wrong in your face.
Yes, but it's true.
It's true though, yeah.
Way to go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
These things just have a way of turning around.
And I wonder what the individuals who did the bullying back in the day, how they feel now.
That's a good question. That's a
Talking
good-
about it, do you remember oh boy, not Nicki Minaj, the other one, the other singer who just had the child,
Cardi B?
Cardi B. You remember what she said while she was at an interview once, or wherever she was, on the panel and the audience?
No.
She recognized a teacher who told her she would amount to nothing. And she told her off right there in the presence of everybody.
Wow.
Yes,
That
that's on
actually
YouTube.
happened.
Check it
Wow,
out.
I'll
that's
have
It's
to
real.
check it out.
She recognized her and she told her. And everybody is looking.
Wow. Tell us a little more. What?
I can't. I'm not getting the beginning of it. I'm just.
So she was saying that
asking
there's
her
this teacher.
question.
She was at an event and
The
talking
teacher
about
happened to be
present.
and she recognized from her
Wow.
seat because she's being questioned. I don't.
Cardi B is very
and
vocal. So.
Very vocal. In fact, I like that about her.
She's very vocal. She won't. There's no way.
She's honest. You remember when in court she's very honest.
very honest too.
When they ask her about
Her
her
wigs.
hair, her wigs. I mean, come on, it's a wig. I'm changing my hair every day.
Yeah.
That's what she told them. Simple. And anybody else would say, "What kind of question is that you're asking?" Yeah. So she recognized her, and she just started to speak. Nobody knew, even the people on the panel with her, like what she's talking about. And she said, "Yeah, you, I'm talking to." And I think she said whatever the red
The
or
person
whatever
was wearing. Right.
and it was a white woman, by the way, and in the audience, the camera went on. I think it was her because it said
It zoomed in.
Zoomed in, not very close to be able to describe, but close enough. And then she started telling them at school. She said she would amount to nothing, and look at her now. She can buy her.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's amazing how that works out.
Yeah, it is.
So people like Donald Trump, ta-to.
But Andre, 3-4 years.
Do you think
That's a
that
long time.
years later he'll be the first U.S. president to go to prison?
He might not make it.
Yeah. I don't
Might
think
not
he's
be
going to last the
under
4 years, to be honest with you.
You see, you keep saying.
I think there's
so.
going to be such an upheaval in the U.S. He's going to have to step aside.
Unless if
You think
maybe-
so?
Yeah, man.
He'll
He'll
last.
try to push.
Well, let's
through.
see.
He'll last.
Let's see.
He'll last.
I'm predicting that he will not last the 4 years. Something's going to happen, right? And
The only thing that could happen is something medically.
Yeah.
that's a possibility
dying
as well.
suddenly,
But I think people are going to rise up and demand that he resigns.
And
Yeah. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to be, losing their lives on the streets of America because, this guy is just rubbing people the wrong way. But anyway, so as I said, we shall see.
well,
we
they
shall see.
voted him. They voted for
Exactly.
him. He's there now.
So take what
So-
you'll get and stay in it for the 4 years. Meantime, countries are suffering because of that nonsense, and the people in America, innocent people are dying.
Okay, so let's get into the shout-outs.
Over to the Facebook platform. Good morning, everyone on our Facebook platform chiming in. It's good to have you watching and listening. Mwah. Dakota McGuire, Cleveland Sealy is the first to chime in, and she says, "Good morning to all," and sends 3 hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
One for each.
Dakota McGuire, Cleveland. Wishing you a nice day and thanks for always listening and chiming in. We really do appreciate that.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
we do. D. Francis Obey says, "Good morning to everyone on board the REV-UP train."
Morning, Miss
Thank you,
Obeis.
Dee.
All the best to you.
Irene Chalmine is in the house, and she says, "Blessed Friday to all, and
Oh,
have
so she's
an
there.
awesome weekend." Thank
All right,
you so much,
Irene.
Irene. Hope you feel better.
Feel
soon.
better.
Please take care of yourself. And you must have heard, Jan saying if you need her, she's available to assist whatever way she can. Yeah. So bravo to you, Janice. Bravo to you.
Christine Showery says, "Blessed weekend to all and REV-UP family."
Okay, Christine.
D. Francis returned, and she says, "Two beautiful ladies. I will miss you, Kiki. Mwah, 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 mwah." Right back.
Yeah.
Pole Food Baby Henry says, "Your friend Andre." She
Yes.
says, "Good morning and happy weekend to the REV-UP St. Lucia family."
All right,
and
Pole
all
Food.
in the chat room. Stay safe. Thank you so much, Pole Food Baby. She has a restaurant, right?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, but that's a beautiful name, by the way. Chris Sonson says, "I love Janice. Nice talking."
All right.
Thank you, Chris Sonsa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Chris Sonsa.
Don't know who it is, but thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Alex Leonti says, "Good morning to everyone." Agneta St. Marie says, "Good morning, REV-UP family. Happy Friday to everyone."
To you as well.
Big up. Arnold Grant is in the house, and he said, "Good morning, everyone." Good morning, Arnold. Sharon Peter says, "Good morning, happy
Hey, morning, Sharon. Morning to you.
Friday."
Oh, let me let Janice know. Sharon loves Lucky Dube music. She
loves what?
his music.
Whose music?
Sharon
Lucky.
Lucky Dube.
Lucky
Oh,
Dube.
So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind.
So
All right?
when you're doing your sets, you
One of
throw
his.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 2.
All right.
Joan Shari says, "Blessings to Andre, Keena, and Jay, and all in the chat room."
Blessings
She
to you as
sends
well.
Blessings,
hearts
blessings.
and kisses as well. Kisses right back, Joan. Mwah. Pious Snappy, yeah man,
Hey,
is in
Pious.
the house. Dum, 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 dum. He says, "Good morning." And DK says, good morning to all my folks, to host Andre, Paul, Keena, and Lady J.
Good
Blessings.
morning. Hey, blessings.
And DK returned and says, so the leader, so the followers.
Yep.
They have to carry out their agenda.
And the friends too.
Yes. And DK returned and also says, the air not trained to shoot ice, I think, at
that?
tires. They are not trained to shoot at tires, but to kill and ask questions later.
Yeah. It would
That's the
seem
way they
so.
operate.
Also went on and says she was not, but they claim that she was hindering law enforcement
That's what they keep
from
saying, yeah.
doing their job. Hindering in what way?
Well, I think she was
Because they
parked-
keep saying she was driving off.
She was parked in, sort of like in the road kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So that they said that was a problem.
Yeah. And NDK continued and says,
But sorry. But in fairness to her, while she was in the vehicle and she had stopped in the road, she did tell other drivers to go ahead and pass. So there was room there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just such.
If you watch the video, you'll see her saying
Yeah.
like drive.
I'm not
drive.
seeing that when I looked at it. But
Yeah.
there's so many videos from all angles.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Diki continues and says, they will always claim that you are putting their lives in danger. They were taking away our identities from us by giving us the names of our enslaves. Lucida Augustine says, great discussion. And Diki returned and says, this is why they are still around. They are there to feel the suffering that they put people through. And NDK returned and says, once a man, twice a child. And DK returned and
Oh,
says,
that's Trump. I guess that's what he's saying, right?
Yeah. Tonto.
he says, and DK says, Keena, Mr. Felix, just before I graduated, told me that I'll be nothing good but sit at the roadside and either sell drugs or take drugs rather. But look at me today. I prove him wrong and now helping children at the Sifra Comprehensive Secondary School. Oh, really? I wasn't aware. I'm so sorry that you were told. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Virtual hug. Mwah.
Before you continue, hear that somebody, a male, right, they were listening to us, says, "Hey, partner, I'm with you completely. I ain't complimenting any woman in my wife's presence."
Oh, good one. Good one.
So, and he adds, "This is now becoming my favorite show."
Oh. Good morning, whoever you are. Kisses. Mwah. Nancy Gracelyn is in the house. Hi, Nancy. It's been a while. It's good to have you back and seeing your name there. She says, I did so much stuff at school, but I never realized that it was bullying. I don't think some bullies are aware of what they are doing, being immature, and doing things in fun and games can be innocent.
Yeah, but if you see the victim crying and things like
Then
that,
you need to
that's,
stop.
Yeah, they're young, some of them. And I think I understand
No,
what
we
you're
understand
saying.
her, but I agree with Andre.
Yeah. Barbara Augustine says, love the outfits, the color, missing my tones. Good morning, REV-UP family. Thank you, Babs. Kisses. Mwah. Arlette Richards says, blessed weekend to Kiki, Andre, and Janice.
Good morning, bless.
Irene Shalwine says, thanks for the shout out and the well wishes. My sis Jan is always reliable. I love her always, but those feet are painful.
Listen to what somebody just messaged me there. As a female. Good morning, Andre. You should have bullying. Oh yeah, you should have bullying as a topic between 9 and 10. I was a bully and I was also bullied. And says there are a variety of reasons for being a bully.
Okay.
Did she? Oh, so she wants to explain if we do have that.
Yes,
Yes,
if we have that
okay.
kind of show.
Okay,
Wow.
maybe we'll think about it.
Thank you.
And
work on
Irene says, you all look good in blue.
I'm not in blue. I was in blue
It
yesterday.
looks blue on screen.
Okay.
In
No,
spirit,
Irene,
it's
I'm
kinda
not in
like,
blue. But I was in blue
It
yesterday.
looks like
Yeah.
deep blue
It's
sort
like
of thing.
purple.
Purple.
I'm actually in purple, yeah.
Yeah.
With stripes of black.
I love purple.
Squares.
I love purple.
Yeah.
You like
said-
purple?
Yeah, I love
yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
did say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Septima Joseph is in the house and she says, good morning. Happy birthday to my son Vince. Have a blessed day on your birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Vince.
birthday.
Hey.
Coming from your mom, Septima. Kisses. Mwah. Oh, she's the last to chime in. WhatsApp platform now?
Oh,
You want to
just-
do it?
Yeah, just a
Okay.
minute. It's
Okay.
going off on me. So, Andre, you have one? Yeah.
No. You're doing your thing, man. Do your thing.
Yeah, I have it. So we've got, from the WhatsApp platform. Keena, you missed endless messages on Facebook. So You reading it now. I guess when you stop.
No. Whatever is on Facebook, whatever shows up here, that's what I would read.
Yeah. No, I think she probably talking about when Andre took a break and was reading some messages. You didn't read any then. Maybe that's when. But that's the time you do it, which is now.
Huh?
So this is at 11:22. So that's earlier. Anyway, she says at 10:54, she's saying, Lady J, in the case of the ICE agent, I really don't condone what they did. However, remember the police are trained to eliminate whoever threatens their lives. Remember, she was driving towards them. I didn't see that. She was trying to run them over. I did not
Definitely
see that
not.
either.
No.
Remember, these police in the U.S.
Donald Trump
are
must
trained
have
to
sent
kill.
that message to you.
Sorry. Remember, these police in the U.S. are trained to kill you before you can kill them.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go to the next message. This person says, good morning. Happy New Year to you guys in the REV-UP family.
Happy New Year to you too.
Wishing you all a healthy lifestyle. Blessings.
All right.
Thank you.
On you too.
And then they came back on and says, good morning. Happy New Year to you guys in the REV-UP family. Okay, it's doubling up. That's the same message.
One was yesterday, one is today.
Huh? You
one
saw
message
that?
is yesterday, one is today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I missed that. Sorry. And let me see. This person says, oh, nothing.
So that's it?
Let me see one more. Well, that was yesterday, Andre. No.
Okay.
They sent you something and said, take a listen, Andre.
Well,
We have two
unfortunately,
more
I can't.
on the platform. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
you're seeing on
so
there.
that's
but
all I
there's
have
two
here,
more
yeah.
on there.
Okay.
One person says, hi, good morning, Keena, Andre, Lady J. Happy New Year to all. Hope you all, especially Andre, had a well-deserved rest
Oh, that's for
during
sure.
the festive season and are feeling rejuvenated. Andre seemed to have been under a lot of pressure over the past year. Please take it easy in 2026, Andre. Additionally, I was a bit disappointed when I got home with my REV-UP prize. I had won the prize of a $150 voucher from La Place Salazar bottle of wine in tribute to Tony, but instead I got a $50 voucher from Ultramart. Imagine my shock.
Oh.
But you should have called and said so, because maybe downstairs, something happened downstairs.
Okay, so
But-
you have to take that up with Janice for sure. So
Yes.
So let them know
Yeah.
it's not me. You just said
No,
Janice. You know,
we know,
No,
we
no,
know what we're referring to, not you.
No.
Sorry.
The listeners
Sorry.
don't know that.
The
Yeah,
listeners
sorry.
do know.
You think?
They
So,
know.
so this person is saying that they won a $150 voucher,
Yes.
but they actually got a $50 voucher.
Yes.
From a different
From a different
company.
company.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Let me see.
So
who
please,
this is. I think I know who the winner is. I think I know who this who it is.
so Keena,
I'll have
please
to check
follow up
my
on that. All right.
Messages from
Yes.
yesterday.
Follow up on
these
that.
are all.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. For
I hope when you're giving the prizes.
I wasn't the one giving the prizes.
So who was doing it?
I gave it, but then I put the list downstairs and
No,
everything.
I'm saying maybe when you were doing the competition was on, you saw $50. You said 150.
I have everything. I'll double check it. But what happened?
Yeah, but it's still a different name. It's
So-
still a different name. It's still a different name because she says 150 from that person.
No,
but she got 50 from that person.
No, but
so it's still a different name. So
it's
you
two
have to
different,
check it
so
out.
We'll have
Yeah.
to check it out. I'll check it out later.
Please,
There's one here from
follow up,
what do you
okay?
call her?
Follow up.
What's her name? Virginia. What's her
Hi,
name?
Virginia.
Virginia.
Hi, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia. Oh, okay, that's unique. All right, she says, good morning, Andre, Keena, and Janice with her excitement. Andre, amazing show this morning on What's on Your Mind. Hope you all have a
Wow,
fantastic
thank
day.
you. Although the line was a little cold this morning.
Did you call
Yeah.
this morning?
Yeah, yes, she did.
Oh,
We had a
that's
nice
what I'm
long chat.
saying. Oh, because she always does.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
So
I
that's
have from
all
here.
we have right here.
Yeah. So promise you're gonna
Yes,
follow
I
up on
will
that.
follow up on
Yeah,
that.
because
I will.
if the person
I
has what
have
they
all
want, we
the-
have to
all the
ensure
list and stuff,
that
so I'll double check
and I'm
it.
sure the company wouldn't have an issue
Yeah.
making
Yes.
making up for that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll double
So
check.
Chima, thanks a lot, for bringing
Thank
that
you so
to
much
our
for bringing
attention.
it to our attention, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's coming up today on the show?
Janice is the one in control.
Really? I
But
thought
I
today
said,
you
no,
said
no, no.
yesterday you said
The
you're going to be on the
only
console. I'm
thing
going to
I'm
sit on
doing
this.
is rev up top 10
The
homegrown.
homegrown.
Okay.
Yes,
All
at
right.
2.
Okay.
But
So all your little
she's-
tidbits and stuff. No tidbits today.
Janice is here, so,
Oh, so she has her
to get
tidbits.
the feel
Okay.
bit of everything.
All
And
right.
she has
So
to do
any
it.
little snippets,
So-
Janice? You wanna?
No idea. I'm just gonna do some inspiration and that sort of thing, and we'll get through to the music because there's still, a little bit, as the listeners know, every radio station is different, so there's a little bit more that I need to get myself familiarized with, and so be a little patient with me. But I'm certain by next Thursday, which is the day I will be by myself, that
So-
I will get
Actually,
it and
by
get
next
it right.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is your last day? I thought when is your last day?
When is
Tuesday
the
or
14th?
Wednesday? I don't know.
Did
I
you
thought
check?
last time you all spoke it would be Wednesday. That would be your
The
last day.
14th is
And so
the last day.
Thursday I would be here alone.
I go off on the 14th.
Whichever
So the,
day that
the
is.
13th would be
Yes.
my last day.
Yeah, so whichever
Okay.
day that is.
Well, talking about little tidbits, before we have a little time, let me read you
let's see.
something that
Let's
is very,
see
very,
what you have.
very interesting. Now, if you guys don't feel comfortable with it, just say you don't feel comfortable with it. Okay? So let me read this. I know Miss Extreme already, Extreme Conservative. She may not want to indulge me. So
Who is that?
let me read
Kiki?
this. Kiki.
Yeah.
Miss Extreme Conservative. Yeah, so I have to be careful. Anyway, so listen to this one. According to new DNA analysis, right, Adolf Hitler has long been rumored to have had just one ball.
Testicles, Andre.
No, he's just reading. What's there? No, is that normal?
Well, listen. Okay, so
live
this
with
is
that.
DNA analysis. So they believe he had
DNA.
one ball and also possibly a micro penis.
Ooh.
Good boy, I tell you, he ruled, He ruled.
Here comes Miss Extreme Conservative. Miss Extreme Conservative.
He ruled.
Maybe because he was lacking in some areas,
Exactly.
he became.
Powerful in the...
Exactly.
That's the only thing I could think of.
The only other person who does act like that is Donald Trump.
Oh my
Well, he has
word, you
kids,
are so.
Donald Trump has kids and he has several women. So, is that so?
So
Okay, so they were after the money.
No, well, no one has said, well, he has.
Now
a-
you said if somebody can live without her, that's normal, right?
No, I was just
Of
playing
that-
around.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because
I'm
when I
aware
lived in
there's
Asia,
many
there was a
things that.
guy. Andrew likes to give jokes, and
So-
and I want to give jokes. So after that, I'll give a joke
So
about
let me
that.
tell you, the Nazi dictator is believed to have had a hidden genetic disorder known as Kallmann syndrome. And I put that before,
No,
which
that's
can
the first
thwart the
time.
development of sexual organs, according
Which
to
can what?
Yeah,
The
thwart the
development?
development
Okay.
of according to a stunning new documentary analyzing his biological makeup. And the condition, which can also inhibit the normal progression of puberty, means Adolf Hitler had a 1 in 10 chance of having a micropenis. Researchers and documentary makers said, whatever it is, following DNA testing of the Nazi dictator's blood. His
Did
blood.
they really have to put them, even though he's dead, did they really have to
they're right
put
to
that
put it
out
out.
there?
How you
They
mean?
tried to
But
put it
I
out.
think
Let's
No,
because
because
he was
they-
lacking in some areas. he
No,
may have
they said the
been-
reason they're doing that is because he was always uncomfortable around women. So they were curious to know what was really, really going on with him. Yes.
So you think he was gay?
I don't
I
think
don't
he was.
think he was
yeah.
gay.
Okay.
I think
No.
that he had, I think, one girlfriend. I think he had a girlfriend, never married, never had children or anything like that. Yeah. So anyway, just thought I should mention that. But
That's
I
interesting.
find you all took it well.
No, I take something like that. But I can give you a joke about that one. The one testicle you said. I'm not going to say no one BAWL, but the one testicle. When I lived in Asia, there was this guy who was on the beach and he sat down without looking. And Andre, think about it. Think about it for yourself. Ants got in there.
Oh my God. Red ants.
Ants.
Red ants.
Just think about that. Picture that. Andre, he had to be rushed to the hospital, and he has one. He's living with one.
Oh my. Now, there's a condition at birth where only one ball comes down, you know.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Now, as a parent, you have to address that as soon as possible. Because if you leave
Okay.
it that like they
the
go for a lot of
child
pain,
Oh.
like when they become teens and so on. So if you know that
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 one.
happens, because the doctor will tell you, you know, so check it out as soon as possible. Now, just a little more about Hitler. They said that the testing also found that Hitler had a predisposition, that says a lot about him, to autism, schizophrenia,
Wow.
and bipolar disorder.
Because
I
why
believe the
he
last
did
one.
what he did.
I believe the
I'm
last
not
one.
surprised.
Wow.
I'm really not surprised.
Actually, he reminds me of somebody.
The micropenis thing.
He
still
reminds
has
me
like,
of somebody.
what?
all the
Put
signs.
that out there?
All the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be a
Or maybe
talk
maybe
like
one
Andre
day
about
after Trump is gone, we'll do a
They will
study
be
too.
checking all
Oh,
of that.
speaking of that, I was reading something. I'm not quite sure how true it is. I need to, do some more research on that. But there's information out there that Russian president, his bodyguards walks around with suitcases, and when he poops, they have to put the poop in the suitcase and take it back to Russia to dispose of it for fear. For fear, exactly what's happening will happen with Hitler right there. For fear that they're going to
DNA.
take it and they're going to get his DNA and do some stuff.
So what happened to the toilet bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
No,
happened to the toilet bowl?
no, but they're still gonna if he was there, you know how.
No,
they're
that
still-
would be maxed with other people's zones. So they, come on now.
No,
Well, Keena says she'll do some more
I'll
research.
do some more
Please
research
do.
on it.
Wow.
That would be pretty interesting. Imagine you a bodyguard walking around with a suitcase filled with poop.
Maybe he didn't do any on a daily basis. Maybe it was once a week he went in there.
That wouldn't be too far fetched though.
No,
Knowing
I
the type
believe
of
that.
person that he
These
is.
guys are strange. These guys are.
I'm more likely, especially with knowing with everything that can be done with one's DNA, even as a leader.
Okay, so we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
Have a
So,
great
so
weekend,
folks,
everybody.
don't forget. Hey, Tony's creation. I have to say so. REV-UP the homegrown, the top 10 homegrown. I mean, this is the first for St. Lucia, as far as I know.
Yes.
And that's Tony's creation. We have to say exactly what it is. His one hit wonders and hit of the day.
Yes.
I mean, Tony loved that kind of stuff. Okay, that was his thing. So we're happy to know that we are keeping that tradition alive in honor of Tony. I hope we can do it for as long as
Oh, yeah.
possible. As long as
Yeah.
possible. So let me thank you, Keena, for holding the fort.
Thank you so
Right?
much,
And of course,
Andre.
by extension now,
Yeah.
Lady J is going to be there. So I imagine she'll be, not I imagine, she's got to do the same
I will
thing.
follow. Yes, I will follow through. Definitely.
Okay, so folks, thanks for listening and thanks for viewing. Let's say thank you to the folks at DBS.
Oh yeah, Linda, Tristan, Juanita, and what's the other person?
Cynthia.
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 And no doubt, I'm sure you spoke with her. How are they doing with the loss of
Oh, it's
Lisa?
very, very difficult for them. They're still trying to process it. Obviously, some of them are numb, still in shock. I went by to see them and I spoke with Anne briefly, saw Juanita, saw Linda, saw Tristan, and other people. But you could actually see that it's hurting. So we're thinking about you as always. Since Lisa's passing, our thoughts are with you and prayers. And I know we're not around to hug you now, but virtual hug and kisses. Mwah.
And human resource Anne as well. You
Yeah.
know Anne, right?
I mentioned. I
You
said
did?
so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
Kendall.
so Linda, again, thank you very much, for carrying our show on your station.
Yes.
We feel honored
Oh yeah.
that you have chosen
And
us
she's been with us just
ever since we started.
willing and
Exception.
just one call. She's always just one call or
Away.
one text away.
That's true.
And that's what I love about Linda as well. Thank you so much, Linda.
When we had
Appreciate
our
you.
second anniversary ad, she actually called me and says to me, Andre, let me do a TV version for you.
Very nice.
Yeah,
a
man.
beautiful song.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
So that's what we need more of in this world.
Yeah.
This hard heart attitude. That's not cool.
And there's
It's
always
not
room
cool.
for everyone, and people should never look at it as competition. So that's really nice of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Keena, and thank you, Janice. And
You're
we're counting down the
welcome.
days for Keena. Keena's going to be proceeding on vacation leave from next Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay?
Tuesday would be my last day.
All right, very well. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting
Oh,
that much
yeah.
deserved rest and so
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Do you plan to stay in St. Lucia or you taking a little
That's
lime
my
somewhere?
secret.
No, I'm not saying.
No, you're not saying
where
when.
you going or anything. I said,
You're just
plan
saying
to
if
stay,
you're
or
staying
take a
or
little
you're
lime.
splitting it in two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And will you take snow with you? Will you take snow with you?
That's your private. Yeah, I agree.
Or will you leave Snow in the apartment by herself?
Planning on
Portsmouth,
traveling
come
with
back.
Snow soon, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
How
have the
difficult
shorts
is
and
it to travel with an animal? How is it? What are
You
the,
just have to make sure that you get all the paperwork done in St. Lucia and so on. Get the dog tested and you go.
yeah?
Yeah.
Is
And
it
get the
is it
cake
costly
and everything.
to do that sort of thing?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure. governments look for any opportunity, right, to
There
make
are
to
some people
make to make
bringing
some money
dogs,
on
Yeah.
on our desire for I don't know, the things that we consider to be important. For example, to put your name, I think, on a registration, the registration number for your vehicle. I think it costs over $3,000 to do something like that.
It costs a pretty penny.
And some people pay for that, you know.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So as I was just curious to know. So governments know these things. They figure, okay, all right.
Make some money.
Yes, let's make some money.
I mean, you want to travel with your dog? Hey, anuale. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. I was at Rambali's funeral parlor there last week. I went there because I went to get the urn for Tony and so on, Tony's ashes. And let me tell you something. There are some caskets there. These caskets are so beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. My gosh, and they shine
Imagine he
and
has to
everything.
go down in there, and what happens next?
Just-
Pay so much money for it.
Just, yeah. But they're beautiful caskets there. What? I think I saw Bridget, the funeral of Bridget Bardo. Remember that actress?
Yeah.
She was been around for a long time. She looked like she was in a not a box, but a sort of kind of material. What's that material again? But it looked like oh my gosh! It wasn't like a regular. It wasn't a casket. It wasn't a coffin. It was something else that she had there. Yeah, it was like a no big deal kind of thing.
Very
Yeah.
simple.
Very simple. Very simple.
I'll have to check it out.
You know the popes, when they bury them, just a box.
That's
Just a
what they
box.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Some people still want to just be buried in a box, put in a box and buried. Very simple. Yeah.
Well, if I'm putting in a box, make sure they treat the box,
What do you mean?
Andre. I mean, the box will break down too fast. So I mean, treat the
Oh,
box.
Remember
okay,
what she said the
okay,
last
okay.
time
Yeah.
about
You
her
wanna-
body being
Yeah.
Yes, you want to last for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. The heat. It's already very hot. So I mean, the decomposing is going to happen pretty fast. But I mean, yeah.
I
No,
just
Andre, we have to think about
I
that.
just
not
don't want to be buried when I think of all the Margarets and
So-
other things.
So you want to
Cremation?
be, you might
Cremation?
wanna be
Cremation for
cremated.
me.
Yes, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be choosing cremation as time
Yeah.
goes by. I think so.
So there will be no you again, Andre, with the cremation. No you. No, I don't want to do that.
Of course, the ashes are there.
But they can't do any DNA with ashes, Andre.
So
She's-
who cares about
she's
my
thinking
DNA?
Future 2050, 2060.
You get my skull
Yeah.
and you check it out, and it's a barrow, and she was married.
So why would they want to go and check out your skull?
No,
Lady
I'm
J?
not saying that will happen, but the same way people are, you'd never know what's going to happen in another 100 years, Andre. I mean, come on.
Freaky things.
Yeah.
You might as well
Andre's
just
talking
put
about
your
freaky
blood in a vial and put it somewhere.
No, I'm not doing that. Today we're talking about it.
But
and I'm
you
still
know,
not-
there are people as we speak. There are people who actually have paid a lot of money
To be frozen.
to be frozen to keep their body just in
Yes,
case.
yes,
one
yes,
day.
in case.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that they can
Yeah.
revive them or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of money there. But they have the money to do so.
I guess so.
And technology,
Okay, folks.
you never know.
So the weekend is upon us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, time to
And
go and
we all
relax,
survived
relax,
this
take it
week.
easy. Yes, and rest ourselves, and then of course have a little fun.
So, Andre, I have to double up
Yes,
on my
fun.
walking because of coming here. I've lost 2 days now. I wasn't able to even do 5. No, I went, but I wasn't able to do 5 miles.
You have 7,000 steps.
I probably got more than 7,000 steps.
I was at the
Okay.
gym.
5 miles is more than 7. 5 miles is sometimes 11 or so.
I was at the gym
10,
last
11,
night.
12.
It was
Okay.
quiet. It was quiet.
You got in your.
I thought by Thursday the place would have been jam packed with people. I said when I got, I said, wow,
Things have
okay.
changed,
Yeah,
huh?
I said, wow,
in
and
January, usually people start
You'd
flooding
think
the
that they would be
gyms
flooding back.
so they can start working out.
Oh,
for
and I want to
carnival.
commend you all. Very good interview yesterday with
Roger.
Roger, very good, very good. You conducted the interview.
Yeah, she conducted.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
I was listening.
Okay.
Actually, I enjoyed the conversation. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Andre.
that doesn't take anything away from you, of course, Keena.
Like, why do
Stop saying that, Andre. Don't put any tension between us here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We good. We good.
Yes.
It was a really good interview, actually.
Okay.
And you were very, very comfortable, and so was Roger.
Okay.
And the first time they did it together, and they're both into fitness as well. So
Exactly.
I didn't tell
that
him that.
balance.
Does he know that? I didn't tell him. because I didn't want to go in that
she
direction.
She didn't tell him,
No, I
but the
didn't want to go
flow
in that direction.
between the two of them, they were very, very comfortable. It was really done. It was executed beautifully. So
Okay,
Very
good stuff,
nice.
good stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
folks, so this has been Hard Drive for today, Friday, the 9th of January, 2026. And so long from all of us, well, more so from me because I'm stepping out right now, but Keena and Lady J are going to be with you until 3 o'clock. From 3 until 6, my son, who I'm well pleased, Zen the DJ, will be here from 3 until 6. So do enjoy the rest of your day and have yourself a safe weekend. Okay, the program brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support.
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.
The alpha of radio is on 95.9.